Okay, guys. Maybe we have things up and running. I'm not sure. Let's see here. Maybe, just maybe. Okay, so this isn't exactly ideal. I'm sorry. I can't get my camera to switch over, so I apologize. There you are, Karen. I'm so sorry. I'll get it all figured out. Thanks for your patience. Good evening. This is Tara with Tara Best Stamps at a very late 7:10. Yeah, so I can't get things rotated correctly, so it's going to be kind of a bad screen tonight, but we'll get there. It's a learning progress. So as I said, this is Tara with Tara Best Stamps. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in mid-Missouri. And tonight I have a fun fold using the To The Market DSP. So the DSP is going on sale this week with Stampin' Up! Hey Rosie, thanks. Sorry, I apologize for the screen. We're gonna get it figured out. But tonight's card is using the To The Market DSP. And this is a great way to use up that beautiful cardstock or pattern paper that's going to be on sale this week, starting on Tuesday. So that's a 15% off savings for a lot of the DSP that's in the annual catalog. So if you need the list, it'll be available on my blog tomorrow. But here's today's card, just a quick little gatefold using that DSP as your card base, essentially. So we're going to do some stamping first, and then we will get with it. All right. So here is a piece of 3 3/4 by 5 inches on the basic white, and I also have my envelope. So the first thing I'm going to do is stamp a little sentiment. Hey Angie, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna work on the orientation. I just couldn't get it tonight for some bizarre reason. I'll get it figured out. I'll play with it this week. All right, so I'm inking up a fun little stamp from the Hope You Know stamp set. So this is available in the annual or in the online exclusives. And I think this little sunshine sentiment is really cute and perfect for so many different things. But if going along with the thank you is perfect. So I stamped that in garden green. I'm glad you guys liked today's card. And then I'm going to pull out some real red. And I love this Market Goodness stamp set. It is a super cute and fun one. Something a little different with these cute little vegetables. And so I'm stamping that in real red. And then what I should have done before I started inking that up is get my orientation correct for my vines. So I'm going to stamp that up in garden green. I'm going to turn this sideways a little bit. Just try to get right over. There we go. And let's add one of those. Oh, I'm glad you're glad. I'm glad that you're glad that I'm on YouTube, Angie. My last few weeks with Facebook was kind of a task, so I bit the bullet and made the switch. All right. And so I'll set these out of the way, let that dark green get to drying, because that green can sometimes take a little bit because there's a lot of pigment to it. The next thing I'm going to stamp is the Thanks a Bunch, and that's from that Market Goodness set, and we're going to stamp that on a piece of basic white that's die cut with the deckled rectangles. So I'm just going to do a quick little stamp, and I'm going to kind of do it off to the bottom in the corner. So honestly, this is all the stamping that we're doing today. Not a whole lot. We're going to use up all that beautiful DSP that we have. So we'll get all of these stamps out of the way, and I'm going to show you how to put the card together. I'm going to bring out my Simply Score tool, and I know this is going to be a little hard to see. And once again, these measurements are going to be on my blog. So when you're cutting your DSP, the one thing to be careful about is to make sure that your orientation is correct. I kind of wanted my tomatoes to go up and down, so I made sure that I cut that lengthways instead of, with it going like this. It would be fine either way. And when you're doing a card like this, you really want a pattern that's kind of doesn't have a pattern to it, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm going to take my score tool and I'm going to carefully, because this isn't cardstock, this is DSP, it is a little bit thinner, so I'm going to be careful when I use that and don't push it down too far. So I'm going to score at 3 1/4, or 3/4, sorry, 3 3/8. I'm going to score at 8 5/8. And yes, these will be on my blog tomorrow. And then 11 1/4. So I'm doing just a real light score on those. Okay. Let me set that out of the way. And I'm going to fold this here. And find my bone folder. There it is. Give that a little score. And then I'm going to take some seal and just add a little bit of Stampin' Seal Plus. And that one's going there. Oh, I've lost my comments here. There it is. Okay, now on this end, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to fold this back. And it looks like I'm going to have a different orientation this time because I've already goofed. But that's okay. We'll just show it a different way. We'll see which one you guys like best. All right. Then I'm going to fold this here. And this here. And seal it down. So this is kind of a gatefold that you're using with your DSP. Now I've got a couple of pieces of cardstock here. I don't need regular, I need regular seal, not Stampin' Seal Plus. And now I'm just going to add my Stampin' Seal to the back. And so this is one of those cards that you can make out of any of the pattern paper. Here we go. And then we're going to layer it up again. And you could make this card base and just do anything with the front and create your card front. But with the Designer Series paper going on sale Tuesday, it's a perfect time to get some different ideas out there. All right. Now, let's find my stamp stuff here. All right, I set that there. That there. There it is. Okay, I am going to use Stampin' Seal Plus just on this one side because it's a little bit stronger. And anytime we're open and close those flaps. Okay, I actually like it with the tomatoes a little better. What do you guys think? I think I like the tomatoes a little bit better. Okay, we'll go ahead and adhere the card front, or the inside of the card. Here we go. Okay, now we're going to put our card front together and create the design. So I cut this barrel out of the DSP, so I fussy cut that. So let's take a couple of dimensionals, and I'm just going to kind of add them onto the bottom and then right there in the middle, about halfway up, because we are going to be kind of sticking things in there and trying to see how we can make that basket look the cutest. So we'll stick that right there. And I do love the, whatever that is, the romaine lettuce, maybe Boston leaf lettuce, I don't know. What kind of lettuce is that, guys? I feel like it's romaine. Right, it could be kale, I guess. Not really a fan of kale. I don't know about you. All right, now I'm going to stick my carrots in there. So I'm starting out with the larger items first, getting those stuck in there. And I've got several things cut out. Now I agree. I agree that it's romaine. Don't throw away these pieces of the edge of the cardstock. Go ahead and die cut that because you can always stick that in there. See, I'm going to be able to stick that in there and not waste that piece. Get the most out of your DSP when you're die cutting it. Okay, let's stick that in there. Ooh, I think I'm going to have to trim a little bit off of my carrots. So maybe I'll trim that off and go ahead and save that because you never know when I might be able to use that. There we go. What else have I got? I've got tomatoes. I definitely want to put the tomatoes kind of laying out on the front as well. I liked that. It gave just a little more. So I'm going to cut some of my there we go. And then I'm going to add a little bit of seal on here. So you can use the seal or you can use liquid adhesive as well. And I'm just going to line that up where that dimensional is. And there we go. Let's put a dimensional on the back of this. And then we'll glue some stuff in the back. So I'm cutting just the edges of my Stampin' Dimensionals because once again, I don't want anything to go to waste. And I'm just kind of layering everything up. Let's see here, what else have we got? Here's my tweezers. I fussy cut this because there's not any there's not a die for the pepper. So I'm just gonna kind of throw him right in there. There's a beet. I fussy cut him. Yeah, we're gonna adhere him in there. Oops. It's a new bottle of glue, guys. That's always a disaster for me. All right. Okay, step away from the vegetables, Terry. You have enough. So when I have these little die cuts, I just want to add them all so that I can use them all up. But step away. I think that's enough. And then we're going to embellish the front with the transparent adhesive back dots. These are really cute. I love that they have a garden green in this. That's something we haven't had a lot of, and I love the garden green. So there's your card. A beautiful little fun base that you can use just using your DSP. I appreciate you guys hanging with me all while we did this today. What a disaster that was. Next week, onward and upward. It's going to get better. All right. So this week, DSP goes on sale Tuesday. Don't miss out on that. We also have, I get to do my pre-order for the catalog, which I am very excited about that. I'll also have information on my paper and product share. That'll be coming. So that's where you just get a small sampling of all of the consumables that are in the mini catalog. And it's a great way to kind of get a sampling before you order so you know that you get what you want. All right. That information will be on my blog later on this week. Okay. Tell me which one you like. This one or this one? I like the one with the tomatoes. I don't know what you guys think. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you next week.